Runaway Mine Train was the first roller coaster ever added to Six Flags Great Adventure. Located in the Frontier Adventure section of the park, this Arrow Mine Train offers a mostly scenic ride experience. But it also features one of the most shocking airtime hills on any ride. So is this ride worth checking out? Find out in this review. Runaway Mine Train opened in 1974 as the second mine train coaster in the Northeast, just after Hershey Park's Trailblazer. This was one of the tallest mine trains Arrow ever built, standing 60 feet or 18 meters tall. While none of the drops were nearly this tall, this height allowed the coaster to complete the nearly 2,500 feet, or 762 meters of track, with just a single lift hill. Most other Arrow mine trains needed multiple lift hills to complete the circuit. The original plans for this mine train were much more ambitious than what we received. Originally, the coaster was placed in the Enchanted Forest section of the park, and it would have featured a tunnel diving into a dragon's mouth. That would have been really cool. Eventually, the coaster was redesigned into the western section of the park. The original finale would have dived beneath the water, but instead was redesigned to feature the bunny hill and turn we see today. While it would have been cool to go beneath the lake, it would have been a shame to lose that bunny hill that's easily the ride's best moment. This station is themed to look like a fort, and it fits the western area well. I also like the design of the trains with the smokestack on front and the mining themed cars. But I'm not a big fan of the colors. The colorful and vibrant paint scheme seemed a bit much for a western area, and one of the trains has speckled candy wraps on it. I do like the thought that went into the supports though. The highly visible finale was given wooden supports to match the western vibe. The other sections have steel columns. Less of Runaway Mine Train used to be visible, but more of the ride became visible as the park expanded. That being said, the layout is still difficult to follow both on and off ride because there are still plenty of trees hiding the upcoming elements. The waits for Runaway Mine Train are usually minimal. Most days this ride is near walk-on. Each train has 5 cars. Most cars have 3 rows, but the front car only has 2 rows to accommodate the smokestack, so each train seats up to 28 riders. The ride currently has 3 trains and they can run up to 2 at once, but used to run up to 3 trains simultaneously back when the ride was more popular. Due to how narrow the station is, the park only lets enough people into the station to fill the upcoming train. Typically, the park will try to load this ride front to back, but they will sometimes honor row requests. If you have a flash pass, you are almost always placed in the back car, and that also happens to be my favorite place to ride this coaster. Runaway Mine Train used to have shared lap bars for each car. Those were replaced in the mid-2000s with individual lap bars, making the experience much more comfortable for larger guests and more secure for smaller guests. The lap bars have super thick padding, but I don't find them uncomfortable. They're just very bulky. Once dispatched, you roll out of the station, pass the transfer track, and ascend the lift hill. Once at the top, you immediately head into a 540-degree downwards helix. The helix is rather slow and it is a little jerky, but it's more about the visuals. I like how it's surrounded by trees on all sides, and there's a scary head chopper as you exit the element. You then coast over this elongated bunny hill, getting no airtime unfortunately, and then you rise up another hill that turns into the mid-course brake run. You have very little speed over this section, and it can be a valley risk, hence why there's an evacuation platform installed after the bunny hill. But don't worry, the best is yet to come. The drop off the mid-course is pretty gradual, but it can occasionally give some faint floater airtime if you're in the back car. You then navigate a 360-degree upwards helix. This element isn't fluid and there are 2 kinks in the track you need to brace yourself for, but it's slow enough it doesn't hurt too much. But like the first helix, I do like how this one is tucked amongst the trees and it sets you up for the ride's finale. The drop off the helix is enigmatic. Sometimes it does nothing. Other times it can give a pretty good pop of airtime for those in the back car. It's random what happens. The following hill always delivers though. You have this bunny hill that has absolutely no business being on a family ride, but as a thrill seeker, I'm not complaining. This hill delivers a very strong and abrupt ejector airtime pop, no matter where you're sitting. It comes out of nowhere. It is one of the best airtime moments in the park, which is no small feat. I also love the sound this ride makes as it navigates the hill. You then navigate a picturesque turn over a brown lagoon, and then you rise into the brake run. This element has a very close call with one of the Skyway supports, and I believe it had to be modified at one point for that reason. So what would I rate the Runaway Mine Train? I would give this coaster a 6 out of 10. This ride is the perfect setting for a mine train being in the woods. The visuals really help make this coaster enjoyable, even when some of the elements themselves are lackluster, because the coaster itself is unbalanced. The first half of the ride is really slow, but the second half picks up the pace and culminates in that incredible bunny hill. Most of the points of this ride are earned because of that hill. And this is one of the most comfortable Arrow mine trains out there, besides some jerks and the helixes. I think this is arguably the best family coaster at Great Adventure, and it's well worth a spin even if you're a thrill seeker because that final bunny hill is so good. So those are my thoughts on the Runaway Mine Train at Six Flags Great Adventure. What are your thoughts on this mine train? Do you agree that bunny hill is as awesome as I think it is? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.